out of coffee, so today we're drinking some bloody tea. It's just water, I haven't put nothing in it yet. What's going on? My name is Bonza. If you're new to this channel, I'm a fourth year dental student. I'm documenting my journey to becoming a dentist, a practice owner, a founder, a runner, a reader. Welcome. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. This video, we will be doing another day in the life of a dental student, but we will be doing it on call because this morning I'm gonna be on call. We're gonna talk about my approach to being on call, looking at how I look at a patient's chart, the key information that I look for, and my mentality going into essentially seeing a patient for the first time that I know is gonna be in pain, is hurting, is gonna need like an emergency root canal, an extraction, maybe a deep filling. We're gonna get all into that this video, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get to work and I'll see you guys at the gym. That's what I used to.
Oh wait, no, this is not all of these. This is the one I got. The pill's not here.
No, they said that they left one. Like I think they like relapsed. Do a thumbnail like look really disgruntled, like kicked out of dental school because I have scrubs on and you don't.
What?
Day in the life of a dental student, on-call edition and voiceover edition. So the first thing I do is set my chair up the way I would for any appointment. Fun fact, if you are a pre-dental student or aren't a dental student, we have to set our own chairs up. So here's a POV of me doing that. So what does it actually mean to be on call? On call means that there is a patient who has a student provider, but for whatever reason, they can't see them and they're in pain and they need to be seen immediately. So you are responsible for doing that. So when you get assigned a patient, it's really a game of figuring out what's going on and what you can do for the patient that day. So here comes part one of seeing a patient on call. It's really mystery solving. I pull up the patient's chart and I start looking at the visits that they've had recently. And I see here it says patient has pain on tooth number 13. It's endo treated and they want me to evaluate it. So I go ahead and look at the radiograph. So this radiograph was taken the day the patient had a root canal done. And I see that the tooth had an infection and you can see that by the circle above the root of the tooth. But then when I look at the patient's updated radiograph, I see that it's actually healing because you can see that the circle that was above the root of the tooth is actually smaller, which is a good indication. So the patient is healing, but they're still having pain and I have to figure out why. The next thing you want to do is prepare any necessary tools that you think you'll need for the patient based on the notes you just read. So in the case of my patient, I think that they're going to need some endo ice because I do need to test the nerve of the tooth. Even though they had a root canal, I just want to make sure that they're not still feeling any sensation because a tooth that's root canal treated shouldn't feel anything. And then lastly, it's the waiting game. So just waiting for the patient to show up. Patients who are in pain are typically good about showing up, but my patient was running late. So here's me just FaceTiming my family and friends. Can I look into the camera? Dominic. Wait, there's two patients here now. Okay, the patient's here, so I'm gonna go, but have a good day. So once my patient finally arrived, it was time to actually put all the pieces together and see what was wrong. To sum it up for you, I ended up testing the patient's tooth, and the patient, of course, didn't feel any sensation to the endo ice because the tooth is root canal treated, but the patient's still having some pain. And at this point, after running all the diagnostic tests, it seems that they probably just need to be evaluated by the endodontist. And so here's me going up to endo, putting in a referral so that the patient can be seen for their appointment. Patient can't be seen till 1 o'clock. So yeah, it sucks because the patient's in pain, so. But at least they can be seen. That's all that matters. And the last thing I did was write a visit note. And so this patient does belong to somebody else. So I want to leave a really detailed note, let the primary provider know what we did, what the next plan is for the patient, and just kind of leave a good account of everything so that there's a continuation of care. And so I know this wasn't the most exciting on-call, and the patient was referred, but truth be told, that is really what happens for us on call at my school. And your job is really just to be the quarterback, to get all the diagnostic information and then hand them off to the necessary people. Sometimes it results in us doing deep fillings or treating things on the same day, but for the most part, they're typically referred. When I need something inspiring, come to this book right here, this special book, Rest in Peace Code. And I just go through a couple pages. My routine changed over time. My approach didn't. A young being. Are we filming something? No, you're good. Yeah. No, it's live. You can come talk to the camera if you want to. This is my roommate, by the way.
How y'all doing?
So my next step, I'm doing dental residency. I talked about this morning. So I'm going to be going to New York next year. So that means I'm going to have the New York City title in every single video I make next year, and just get every bit of the algorithm to favor me, because YouTube loves anything New York City related. I can do a whole video on why I did residency and what I'm hoping to gain from it, why I'm really excited about the program I'm going to, and then some things to consider, because one big conversation that exists in dentistry is, should you do residency after graduating dental school, or should you go straight into the workforce? We're in a lot of debt. A lot of people coming in are really eager to go straight to work. And I was one of those people. Like, you couldn't have convinced me otherwise. But then things changed when I wanted to go to New York, and I have to do a residency to practice in that city. I feel like I have the perspective to share on both of those things, for people that do want to go straight to work, and then for people that do want to do residency. Because I have friends that are going straight to work that have already signed contracts. And then I have, friends that are doing residency as well. So, hey. Nice to meet you, man. How do you say your name? Thank you so much for meeting with me. Actually developing, a product like that, and then the regulations for the bioadditives that you might add.
Try to combine different kind of dental product.
Yeah.
This is the one we follow up?
This is the one we follow up. Yep.
So you did the crown lengthening in the crown prep at the same appointment?
No, so I prepped it, and then once we were done prepping it, I realized that we need to do crown length. Videos, last picture.
Oh.
Crown lengthening on 3.
Follow up.
Happy birthday to a real one that stayed with me until, what was it, like 5:30 last week?
Wow.
Happy birthday. Ooh. I shouldn't even be touching this. Back from the crown lengthening follow-up. It was really good. The patient is healing beautifully. It was just so cool to actually see these clinical outcomes in real life. Like, I've seen patients heal after surgical procedures through research papers or through even other people's patient, but this was like through my own patient that I did every step of the treatment for. And it's just crazy what the human body is capable of. You kind of randomly jump into surgery at some point. It looks like you're just doing the most barbaric, crazy work. Like, there's just blood everywhere. You're like cutting bone. It's all this crazy stuff, but the human body is capable of such beautiful things. The suturing was perfect. It closed right where it needed to. The primary healing's happening. It's just a beautiful thing. I'm gonna go run this 5 miles. Been such a fun day. Again, if you made it this far in the video, bro, you are such a real one, and I appreciate you so much. I just want to speak to anybody who's on the other side of the screen, who is striving for something greater than what they can see, what they can physically touch right now. Creating these videos for me is so special, because although I'm not talking to anybody, I just imagine that there's somebody hopefully on the other side of it who, maybe it is coming to dental school. Maybe that's the thing that you want to do so badly. And if I can show you what that looks like and, verify that for you and make you want to do it, fantastic. If it's the fitness stuff, like, that's so cool. I want to build a community on this long form app. So just leave a comment. If you're still here, leave a comment. Just tell me, something that you enjoyed about the video. If you have any suggestions on the things that you want to see, I want to make as much content as possible and just provide as much value to you, the viewer on the other side of the screen. But I have to just know what it is that you guys